Okay students, in this video we will be talking about consumers surplus. So you should prepare a short note on this topic. What is consumers surplus? The difference between what a consumer is ready to pay for commodities and what he has to pay actually is called a consumer's surplus. Before we discuss this equation, this is given by Marshall. Before I tell you people about this equation, let's talk about the graph given by Marshall. Marshall was an economist, and according to him we can explain consumer surplus with the help of demand curve and utility concept. So here we will be using these things. This is demand curve, and if in market this price is prevailing and this much quantity is purchased by consumers, so here this is what a consumer is ready to pay, and this is what he actually pays. So let me explain it like this. So consumer is ready to pay QD ML, but what he actually pays is QD MP. So actually he is paying this amount only, and he was ready to pay this. So this portion is consumer's surplus. This portion is consumer's surplus. Okay, now you can understand this equation. Consumer surplus is total utility minus price into quantity. You can see this is price and this is quantity. What about this concept total utility? What does it mean? See here. For first unit of this commodity, consumer is ready to pay this price. Why he is ready to pay this price? Because he is getting utility just equal to this. That's why he is ready to pay this price. For second unit he is ready to pay this price. Why? Because from second unit he is getting a lesser marginal utility, so he is ready to pay lesser price. For third unit he is ready to pay this price. So every time you can see for how much quantity what price this person is ready to pay. These are actually marginal utilities. This is marginal utility of first commodity. This is marginal utility of second commodity. This is marginal utility of third commodity. And if we add them, we will get our total utility. So actually QDML is total utility which a consumer is getting from these commodities, but he has to pay equal to marginal utility only. For last commodity, this consumer is paying just equal to its marginal utility, but previous commodities, if you see, marginal utility is more and the price he is paying for that is less. So this difference is called consumer surplus. If you see this portion, this triangle, this is actually consumer's surplus. This analysis is based upon the utility concept, and utility is having many criticisms and many limitations, and it was assumed that indifference curve analysis is better than utility analysis. So we can also understand and explain consumer surplus with help of indifference curve. This analysis is given by Hicks and Allen. So according to Hicks and Allen, we can explain consumer's surplus with the help of indifference curve approach. How we can do that? So in this analysis, it is not given by Marshall. Now this is given by Hicks and Allen. Previous topic which we were talking about, I mean demand curve, using demand curve and utility analysis, this was given by Marshall, and this analysis is given by Hicks and Allen. So here we will be using a difference curve and budget line. I hope you people are aware about indifference curve and budget line. Already I have provided you videos on that. Okay. So here we will be drawing indifference curve. But this indifference curve is not ordinary indifference curve. This is a different type of indifference curve. And here is the indifference curve. How it is different? You can see it is touching OY axis. Usually whenever we draw indifference curve, it never touch any axis, but this indifference curve is touching OY axis. Why it is so? Because this time we are not taking commodities both side. Here we are taking commodity, suppose good X, but this side we are taking money. Usually when we draw our indifference curve, we are not aware about money income of that consumer. But here one commodity we are taking as money. Here we are treating money as a commodity. So this consumer is having various options, or you can say various combinations are shown by this indifference curve of these two commodities. I mean money and commodity X. So this is indifference curve. This indifference curve is drawn on the basis of preference of the consumer. In fact, all indifference curves are drawn on the base of the preference of a consumer. So, on every combination on this curve shows equal satisfaction the consumer is getting. So here, if this side we are taking money, this side we are taking commodity X, on this point, suppose this is M point. On M point, this consumer is having all the income with him. He is not spending any money. But when he is moving from this point to this side, now he has started spending money. And let's discuss about this point. Suppose this is R. Here is N and here is S. Okay. So on this point R, this consumer is having ON commodities of X and OS is income or money income he is having. So he is having this much of money and this much of X commodity. What does it mean? When he is moving from M to R, he has spent MS. He has spent MS to consume ON commodities. So he has spent this much amount to get this. And he is operating on R. Till now, this is all about the preferences of the consumer. Means this consumer is ready to spend this money to get this much of X. ON quantity of X. Till now we are not aware about price of this commodity, I mean price of X. Now we will draw the budget line and now we need to know the price of X. So according to price of X, we have drawn our budget line. This is our budget line ML. This is our budget line. A budget line shows all the combinations which a consumer can buy with given prices and income. So here you can see that with this money he can have this much of ON and he has to spend only this much of money. Now this situation we are talking about depends upon the price of X. Earlier we were not aware about price of X. We were only talking about the indifference curve and it is drawn on the basis of preference of the consumer. What he is ready to pay for ON quantity of X. But here we know the price of X commodity now and we have drawn our budget line accordingly. According to this budget line, to get ON quantity of X commodity, this consumer has to pay MQ only and he can operate on P point. He can prevail on P point by spending MQ money to get ON quantity of X. So this difference between Q and S, or you can say this difference between P and R, in money terms this is consumer's surplus. So this is the analysis given by Hicks and Allen, which is using indifference curve and budget line. So that's all about the consumer's surplus.